Just hello, hello. This will also be good too because whenever you're like chewing, you won't have like all up in the microphone. But if that does happen to happen, I'll probably cut it out.
Okay, good.
I can edit it out,
All right.
so you don't gotta worry about me. Oh boy. Okay. So I think almost everything's recording now. Now everything is recording. There was a really good moment in there, Brian, about making funny noises. So make sure you get that in the end result. That's a note to myself.
I hope so.
It is. It's a note to myself and a note to everybody. So, hey, without further ado, I'm just going to do this and we'll fucking get into it. Hello and welcome to Start the Beat with Sykes. My name is Sykes and this is my podcast. Before we get started, I just wanted to take a quick moment to thank everyone who checked out the last episode. If you're one of the people who listened to that conversation, I hope you enjoyed it and thanks so much for coming back. But for those of you who are new to the show, welcome. Please feel free to make yourselves at home. As always, there's beer and soda in the fridge. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
And maybe a little something extra this week. We'll see how it goes. For those of you watching on the internet, you may notice there's a plethora of food and hot sauces in front of us today. And you may also notice that I'm joined by my friend, Shy Kennedy of the band Whorehound and Descendants of Crom Music Festival. Make some noise to the internet, Shy. Some of you may have caught Shy on the show last year. She is a repeat guest, but today we are here mainly focused to promote this really cool thing that's happening. Descendants of Crom, 3 motherfuckers. Today is August 21st. This festival is 1 month away. I'm just already smelling all the hot sauces in front of us, and I'm just like, woo!
It's the fumes.
The fumes are making your boy a little silly.
Blame everything on the fumes.
So, yeah, I mean, obviously you're here to talk about the festival, so I don't know why I'm doing all the talking. Why don't you tell the people what you want to say about this fucking thing?
Well, we've got the date range covered. It's September 20th through the 22nd. The first night is just like an evening at Howlers. That's up in Bloomfield. 5 bands are playing that night. And then the rest of the time is at Cativo all day, all night, both days, Saturday, Sunday. And we have about 15 bands playing each night. Tickets are available online now. You can get single day, multi-day passes, whatever you can fit in your schedule. I suggest, of course, the whole weekend.
Absolutely. And what kind of music is this?
Everything heavy underground music. Everything that gets your blood boiling, gets you excited. A lot of riff heavy bands.
Yeah.
We're mixing it up this year. I have a couple punk bands, like a more hardcore type feel to it, and I have a death metal band playing. I've never done that before.
Are we talking about Riparian?
We are talking about Riparian.
Shout outs to Riparian, friends of the show. Friends of everybody.
Of course.
Yeah. Just all around sweethearts. Them scary death metal boys in Riparian.
Down by the river.
Lou has the thickest ginger accent on the planet.
Yeah.
For somebody his age.
I've never actually picked up on that because I'm so used to it. But he does have a thick one.
It's there's not too many people his age range that have it. So yeah, he's holding on to something fierce there. So we got a lot of spicy seitan wings to get through today. So we're kind of going to be tackling both of these things. So starting on this first sauce, I'm going to keep it nice and light. You want to tell the people what this is?
This is Get Let Sweet Potato Habanero.
Yeah, sweet potato habanero.
By Soothsayer.
So, as we're at the beginning of the lineup here, we may have chatted about this the last time that we talked, but for people that are new to the conversation of us and Descendants of Crom, as we eat this first wing, let's talk about the beginning of Descendants of Crom.
Okay. What specifically would you like to know?
Why did you start it? What made you feel like it was necessary? These are probably tough to eat, huh? That sauce is really good, though.
Very tasty. These are very chewy.
I'm not going to eat the other half of that. We got a lot more to get through. But
I think doing half bites. So I started it because I love music. I love the underground. And I see a big difference in clicks in the scene. And it used to not be that way. Like I mentioned, like even this year, I brung in some other bands. I got some noise rock bands, some punk bands. I want everybody in Pittsburgh to celebrate together. And I also want to draw attention from cities, outside of here, and kind of put us on the spot, like, make a little mark for us there.
That makes a lot of sense. And it is really cool now because I found out I remember the first year Descendants of Crom happened and seeing the flyers and like looking at the bands and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like I know who some of these bands are. And then the second year, it seemed like it expanded a bit more in terms of just it being like more people that I was aware of just because like I'm from one of those pockets that you speak of, you know what I mean? And then this year with the third year, it's like, oh, wow, I know a whole lot of these bands. It just seems like it's expanding and growing and like you're really opening up those doors to make it like a more inclusive environment for the heavy music scene as a whole. I feel like most genres are represented in one way,
Right.
which is really cool. And it's hard to do that when you're starting out things too, because I don't know, it could have just been a thing where it's like, you always start with who you know and who's reliable and things like that, right?
Well, the first year was also one day. So there were 17 bands in one day. So there was less bands. And yeah, you're right. I did reach out to a lot of people that my band has played with or bands that I've booked that come through, a lot of regional bands. And I tied them with, local bands that would fit, kind of like mixed it all up though, so that you weren't always watching like three doom bands in a row, and then like, three psych rock bands in a row, three, aggressive metal. So just kind of really mix it up. But like adding more days on lets me expand.
Yeah. So expanding, let's move on to sauce number 2 just to get through these. So tell the people, what are we eating?
I don't even know how to pronounce this. Is it ahi?
It is.
Okay. Ahi, pineapple, pepper.
It's from Allegheny City Farms. Shout outs to Tom Mata, Pittsburgh boy. Tom and Allegheny City Farms are the same people that make the Grey Walker hot sauce, which is not in the lineup today, but I will promote. Grey Walker does have a hot sauce. You probably already know that. But if you don't, we do. It's not in the lineup, whatever. This is his ahi pineapple pepper.
Side note, Grey Walker hot sauce. I've had it before. It's delicious.
Thank you, Shai. I appreciate that. So with doing a festival now, it's your third year in. Obviously, you've seen some positive aspects of this because it's one thing to do it 1 year and be like, oh, let's try it again. Go for year 2. But you got through year 2 and you're like, fuck it, I'm going to do year 3. What were some of those positive things that really encouraged you to keep going to do year 3 of the festival?
So I think there are the 2 positive reasons I think of first are the fans' reactions when they see these new bands that they've never heard of. You remember you said, I didn't know some of these bands. When you see the bands on this lineup, they're all good. They're all great. Of course, I picked them all out. So, of course, I'm going to say that. But they're all great. And they are unknown. And there's a reason why I'm doing that, too. But to see the reaction of new fans coming in, they're there for a couple of the local bands or they're in one of the local bands that are playing. And they're like, wow, this is a tremendous band. And they become like #1 fans. And then I start seeing them walk around Pittsburgh with a band shirt from, someone in Richmond that they've never seen or heard before. But now they're going around, and it spreads. It's contagious. The other part is the bands, their reaction to the festival, being there, being a part of it. It's like a big community. Once you're done playing, you go out and you talk to the other bands and fans, and it's just like this really good group community feeling. And that's the reason why I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
But there's a third reason, and that's because it needs to grow. And it will get better if it consistently happens and people are looking for it and then they start knowing about it and they start spreading the word of Crom.
The word of Crom.
So, that's like a big purpose.
With doing these festivals, I know you handle most, if not every single aspect of it yourself. And I was curious if there are some people that you reach out with that help you with setting up any of this stuff, or is it really like just on your shoulders?
So the first year it was all me. I didn't know what I was doing and I was afraid to try to delegate because I needed to be a part of every aspect as much as possible. And to actually, I don't know if you ever try to delegate something to people that they don't know what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
It takes more time for you to show them.
Mm-hmm.
So again, had to do everything the first year. But I actually love everything too that I'm doing. So it's not like, oh, like it's a labor of love. It's worth it totally. But the second year, I started bringing in friends to help with like merch and liaison for the bands and stuff like that. And they all did a great job. And then this year, I'm really bringing more people in to help me flyer and handbill because I realize it's impossible for me to hit the whole Pittsburgh area. So I have a lot of people on foot helping me, and it's very helpful. And that's part of the community too, right? Like that I do want to actually start bringing more people in and getting them involved as well.
Yeah, the community part of it, it's more than just the day. It's a lot of the behind the scenes and making this thing work and getting people used to the idea of, oh, this is how we should be promoting every show. I mean, obviously you want to, push this hard because it's your baby in some ways, right? But every show should get pushed this hard.
Right.
Why not?
Right.
And if you introduce more people and like build up a street team of sorts and get people locked into that, get the community locked into understanding how it is to promote things and who they should talk to and where they should post things, that's just going to make the actual community better.
Right.
As a whole, over versus it just being like, oh, we went out of our way to make one day a year cooler for everybody.
Right.
It's like, why can't we make, do this so it's like a every other week or monthly, a realistic adult expectation, not like every weekend. But that'd be cool too if everybody chipped in. It wouldn't be impossible. Certainly not short of bands.
And then last year we had an after party for the people that helped or the people that, are supportive or whatever, and just in the back of Howlers, we all got together. I had like pin the goat on the donkey or pin the tail on the goat, pin the horns on the goat. I forget what. Okay, we just made up games. We just made them all much doomier, and everybody just had fun. And that was my way of like, hey, thanks.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
We got a whole bunch of Spax pizza and beers and shots, and it was a great time.
Which shout outs to Spax. They're not sponsoring us. Shy has paid for these seitan wings that are in front of us, which thank you, Shy, for supplying the wings today. But they are from Spack Brothers. So I guess a quick shout outs to them for, being available for us non-chicken eaters to, consume these sauces on something that resembles some sort of a chewy, fleshy texture. Speaking of the sauces, how are you feeling about these first two?
They're tasty. They're tasty. Yeah.
You tingling at all?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm ready though.
Let's move forward then. Why don't you tell us what's next in the lineup here?
All right. We've got the Gnarly Ghost wing sauce, creamy style ghost pepper, Sauce Brothers.
Yeah. Shout outs to Sauce Brothers. I guess I don't know much about them, but I do like this sauce. So let's
that's enough.
Let's dig into this little nugget. That one has a little bit of a kick to it. It's super vinegary, though.
It smells delicious. That was the one we were pouring. I was like, what is that? That's the vinegar.
How do you feel about that?
I thought it's light and it has a kick. Yeah. We're getting a little hotter.
Yeah. I feel like I like this one a lot because it's like an adult Frank's Red Hot or something,
Okay. Yeah. I think it has a better taste than that. I really am not a fan of Red Hot or Tabasco, like the regular Tabasco that we all grew up with. Those
are like those like super heavy vinegary hot sauces.
Right. This one, I feel like they did the vinegar, like the vinegar is doing it more favor than going against it.
Yeah. Frank's was definitely my first like hot sauce that got me into liking hot sauces though, for sure. I would go back in my meat eating days. It would have been the buffalo chicken tenders at Eaton Park, what turned your boy right here into a spicy motherfucker.
I don't remember what turned me on. I like peppers, just eating peppers, and then knowing that there was hot sauce, and I was like, I want more peppers.
Fair enough. Yeah, it was weird. It went, I remember just going from like Frank's, and I was always into Frank's, and then eventually somebody turned me on to sriracha, and I laugh now at the times when I thought sriracha was like such a hot, crazy thing to eat,
right?
Because now I use it pretty much like ketchup at this point.
A lot of people use sriracha on everything,
yeah,
and I'm more of a, like, I don't put hot sauce on my pizza. I put like red pepper flake or some kind of flake on it.
Yeah.
But like when people put like hot sauce on everything, I feel like that kind of takes away from the food that you're eating altogether sometimes.
It's like
It's too much.
It's like music. Hot sauce and music have this parallel where like it's fun to go extreme, but you can go too extreme. Like you don't need to put blast beats on fucking everything.
Right. I agree
Here
with
and
that.
there, it's cool. Like, oh, sick. But the whole time, giving me a headache, bro.
That's a good antidote. That's a good antidote. Yeah. Listen, no blast beats, no hot sauce on pizza. We were talking about pizza, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'll sprinkle some blast beats on a piece of pizza. I'd eat
We've
that.
got to try that.
Yeah.
There's got to be a
Crust
physical
core.
way. Just kind of like fold the pizza up, put it right into the drum, blast beat it.
Mm-hmm. Or
it's
just
the hot sauce, people. It's the hot sauce.
Or you just grab the slice and yell at it really, really aggressively.
Oh, we could do that too. Yeah. Some like,
yeah.
Why are you pizza? Be heavier.
Yeah, just like yell something really angry about the government at your pizza. And
that's unfair to the pizza.
But that's grindcore, right?
Oh yeah, true.
Or like it's either yelling about the government or like some bad fart joke. It's one of those are the dynamics, right?
Okay, yeah. I don't know. I never really listened to the lyrics.
I mean, it's kind of hard to pick out. You got to read them, right?
Yeah, you have to be really into it. So
let's move forward. So next up on the lineup here of hot sauces, what can you tell us about here?
Pineapple, lemongrass, ginger.
It's from Pepplish Provisions.
Flavor, Pepplish Provisions. Is that the name of it? Pineapple, lemongrass, ginger. Just the ingredients.
yeah, just the ingredients. It's some artisanal bullshit out of Brooklyn, but it's good.
That's all that matters, really is.
Yeah.
It's good.
Cheers, or whatever you say.
School.
Yeah. This one has a little back heat that'll sneak up on you.
I like the initial taste of it, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
It does taste artisanal.
It is. It's artisanal as fuck. Look, it has like a drawing. It has a drawing of a leaf on it.
That's the lemongrass.
Yeah, and the ginger. It has little line drawings of the pineapple, the lemongrass, and the ginger. I got that. Actually, I brought that back from Brooklyn. I got it in Brooklyn. It was made in Brooklyn, and I brought it home. And now it's here in Pittsburgh, where you're having this in Pittsburgh.
That's amazing.
Of Descendants of Crom.
Yes.
So. Things from out of town, hot sauces come from out of town sometimes and end up in your bellies, right?
I have a band coming from Brooklyn.
There you go. I was just going to ask.
I might have more than one, actually.
I was going to ask who's coming in from out of town to play on this.
We have Sun Voyager specifically, and I think Eternal Black is from Brooklyn. If not, like the general New York City area we got going on there. But we have, most of the people are coming from out of town. I only put a few locals on each day just to kind of sort of pepper it in, and like the newer bands are usually the first openers just to, open it up. But everybody on here is really coming in. Even our one of the headliners Sunday night is Brown Angel, which is a local band, like a noise metal band. One of my favorite Pittsburgh metal bands. They're local, but the guitarist Adam McGregor is always around the world. Right now he's in India. And he's coming in for, to visit family and playing a gig, that type of thing.
I bet he can bring some spicy stuff back for you from India. You should ask him.
I should request this.
Yeah,
yes.
Like some crazy stuff.
Yes. Why didn't I think of this?
The spiciest thing I've ever had was a plate of Indian food. It was outside of Philadelphia at some place. It's just like a side of the road type of place where like we wanted Indian food. It was the closest one. And it was the hottest plate of food I've ever had in my life. I mean,
authentic,
I asked.
Authentic.
Yeah, it was killer. I don't remember what it was I ordered. It was just one of those things where I went in there and I was like, what's the hottest thing you have? And the guy kind of like laughed at me, and was like, because it happens a lot where I'll tell people I want a 10 or whatever. And like, they're like, are you sure you can't take it back? It's like, it's fine. It's fine.
I get it all the time.
Yeah. And most of the time it's fine. Like I eat it. Sometimes I get, it kicks my ass a little bit, but I can get through it. But I actually could not finish this plate of food.
Because of the spice.
It was intense. Okay. Like I'm pretty sure.
How did you feel afterwards?
I was laughing. Like I just thought it was so hysterical that like finally
somebody
a
topped you
a
off.
plate of food kicked my ass, but
I haven't had it happen yet.
I mean,
but it might. It might.
Yeah, we're only
could.
halfway through here, but I did take leftovers to go, and I did finish it the next day. It wasn't like I abandoned it.
See, that's.
So I did finish it. It wasn't like I don't want this. I was like, this is fucking good, but I just literally can't eat anymore.
That's commendable.
I think that I'm on like, you know, the closest thing to being high off hot sauce or heat that you could possibly be. I was definitely there.
Okay.
Like room spinning type shit.
Okay. Well, Adam, I'm going to send this to you. You have to watch it. Bring us hot stuff from India, please.
Please do. Fuck us up, fam. So out of all of them, granted, there's some hot sauces at the end of the lineup here that I haven't had before.
Right.
So I can't say. But the next sauce in the lineup, I would say, is probably one of the most unique hot sauces I've ever had in terms of its flavor.
I love the illustration.
It's very cute.
It's the Angry Goat Pepper Company's Purple Hippo Hot Sauce. Prickly pear and scorpion.
Yeah. It's a very, very good, very unique hot sauce. Really sticks out in the lineup of hot sauces.
It got a Scovie Award.
It did. It's award winning. This is an award-winning sauce you're about to munch on here.
All right.
So let's take a bite of this here. I will say, we pre-coated all of the wings prior. And this is one that I think could benefit more from being a little bit extra drippy. But how's the flavor for you?
It's delicious. It's really peppery, like almost like black peppery. Do you taste that?
I am tasting that as well.
Almost like a jerky black pepper taste. I like it. It's very tasty.
This is a unique sauce in the lineup, as I had mentioned. So in terms of the lineup for Descendants of Crom, if you can name one or two bands that you feel like really like stick out, kind of like off the wall, left field type of bands, is there any like real weirdo shit on the lineup?
Weirdo shit.
I mean, one that comes to mind would be Local Boys Night Vapor, because they're a little left field, but not too much. But you know, they have their own thing for sure.
So we have John Roman is the drummer of that band. He's also the drummer of Brown Angel, the band I mentioned before. So they both have
He's the drummer of 25,000 bands.
Yeah.
Shout outs to John. He's a good dude.
He is a very good dude and a very integral part of our scene too. And so going back to his drumming style, he's into that, right? That noise.
Yeah.
Metal noise, rock, math metal. I don't know all of the exact genres that falls into, but it's not your regular what you're expecting from any band. And I really adore all of those bands. It's nice for the mix of change and sound. That's not something I listen to all of the time, but when I do, it's refreshing and it's heavy and it's different, so. Yeah,
it's fun to get that mixture in because like, sometimes like if you have like, again, that's the whole reason why I like mixed genre lineups, because you don't want to hear the same thing over and over and over. It's just like you get exhausted, you get tired. And also like, where's the fun in discovering something new? If you go to a show with, 30 bands for a weekend and they all sound the same and you like that kind of music, what are you really walking away with?
Right.
I mean, you might find a band or two that you like, but just that experience of like seeing something that's so outside the box. And I mean, there's been times when I've seen bands that are music that maybe I might not particularly care for that style of music typically, but a band is a gateway to it. And it's awesome to have that opportunity.
Right. So the idea, when I say heavy underground, I'm not going to say that every person's going to love every band, but there's such a crossover. And the thing that I really put behind my band decisions is their musicianship, their sound. That when you watch this band, even if it's not your style, you can't say, well, they're not good at it.
Totally.
Yeah. So, and that's kind of why I mash it up. And I have a role that some bands aren't very happy about that I won't. And I know this is the third year, but on the second year, I had great bands that wanted to play a second year in a row, and I will not do back-to-back bands. I do have a couple bands from the first year coming back. I have Solace from New Jersey coming back. I have Valkyrie from, I think they're like the Richmond area. They performed beautifully the first year. Those were two of the bands that everybody was like, wow, like,
Yeah.
who are they? Where did you get these people? You know, and these guys have been around forever, but they're coming back. Like they've taken their breaks and stuff, and they're all coming back into the community. So it's about the sound being mixed up for sure. But like, if you like one of these bands, you're probably going to at least like most of the bands each day.
Sure.
So that's a big point of it. Did I answer your question? What did you ask me?
I was asking you about a standout band in the lineup.
So,
just in terms of being like very like left field.
So, ASG, I'm gonna say. Are you familiar with ASG?
I know the name, but I don't know their music.
So, a lot of people were like, "Wow, you booked ASG," but they're the headliner on Saturday night. It's because it is like a lot more upbeat, happy, more punk than Shy would ever pick. That just how it is. And then the same for local bands Submachine and Killer of Sheep.
Yeah,
they're just really not bands that people would expect me to pick based on whatever I listen to or the type of theme of the, but they're still underground. They're still heavy and they're good. So they hit the criteria and it mixes it up for people that, the musicians in those bands, the local ones, people know from around here. So that helps bring more people in, but it also keeps it interesting. Every band is out there on this.
Yeah, I gotcha.
If you went to like someone who just listens to like, say, radio metal, all of these bands are going to be out there for you. But it's healthy. It's a healthy dose of something new for you.
Absolutely. I agree. And I also like the concept of not booking the same bands back to back.
Yeah.
Just because it defeats the purpose of everything. I mean, if a band had a really good time and they want to come back, cool, bring them back, but bring them back on their own show. Because now maybe they have a fan base.
Right.
And they might be able to draw some people on like a weird weeknight or something. It wouldn't be impossible.
Right.
Come back for not a festival, come back, actually build a thing and be part of this like permanent community versus this one day or one weekend a year community.
Right.
Yeah.
And the locals, it's good because there's enough locals to go around. So you're mixing it up. But like for the other bands, I notice a lot of festivals have the same bands coming back and back. And I won't keep going to that festival if I just saw them last year. If that's like going to be a rarity for me, I'll go to a different festival that's having different bands.
Yeah.
Not all festivals do that, but a lot of them, the smaller underground community, they become friends with people and they just,
stick with what you know.
Back. Yeah.
Yeah, you stick with what you know.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. So moving forward on this hot sauce game, tell the people what's about to happen.
This sounds harsh. XXX, that means a few things. Ghost pepper mash, 30 ghost peppers per bottle. This is by Dawson's.
Yes.
I'm scared. Why is this next?
Because I've had this one, but after this point, all of the hot sauces neither of us have had before.
Right. Okay.
So
fair enough.
I couldn't mark them, but in terms of heat on the lineup of stuff that I know, that's definitely the hottest.
All right. Now you're going to ask me the hardest question or something.
No, we're just going to have this and we're going to eat it.
Cheers.
It's the aftermath. How are you feeling?
Good so far. I was just trying to chew it and get it down.
Yeah. That the chewy seitan really gives you some extra time to really interact with the sauce.
Yeah, we're
and
not.
Your gums
this is actually harder
parts.
than I would imagine for chicken.
Yeah.
Where you just chew it and you swallow it. Like we're really taking in these sauces.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is good for the flavor, but my mouth's getting warm.
Uh-oh. It's getting warm.
It's getting warm. But I love the flavor on this. Again, like 30 ghost peppers, but I still taste other things in this. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good sauce. They have there's another hot sauce that the same company makes. I ran out of the bottle, but it was a Szechuan peppercorn hot sauce.
Okay.
It was fucking awesome. But
right.
It doesn't exist anymore. I believe they're another Brooklyn-based hot sauce place.
I think I'm going to buy this. Do they still make it?
Yeah, you could probably get that. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
It's delicious.
Go on the internet. Go on to plug them. Though I think there's a website.
Where is it? You're setting me up and I'm not ready.
There isn't a website on the back of that?
Oh, yeah. Dawson'sHotSauce.com. That was simple.
Go figure.
I could have just made it up and it would have been right.
So, speaking of finding things on the internet, if people want to find out more about Descendants of Crom, where could people go?
I have a website. It's descendantsofcrom.com.
Just as simple as Dawson'sHotSauce.com.
It is. Nice setup. Did you mean that?
No. I'm really winging it. No pun intended. Ah!
And then there's a Facebook page, just a page like, hey, this is a festival. It's an ongoing page. Go like it. Spread the word. And then we have event pages. So we have one for like the 2-day event and then one for the pre-fest specifically separate. So you can go there. I mean, if you just Google it, Descendants of Crom, it's an original name. Please don't go to Crom Fest or other things because you'll probably find something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Descendants of Crom, you'll find it. It's out there. I'm good with the tagging and the SEO and stuff like that.
Yeah, all the nerdy stuff, right?
Yeah. And then the tickets are available in brown paper tickets, but like even if you just Google it, it's there. It's on the event site. It's on the event page. It's not hard to find
on the
website. Yeah.
Not hard to find.
You can find it. Yeah. So you save a chunk of cash if you get it early. Yeah. So if you get your tickets early, you'll save money.
Yeah.
And you'll help me know how many things to order for merch.
Yeah,
if you order ahead. People don't understand that. They're like, I don't know, or I'll just get a day of. I'll pay the extra $5 each day or whatever. But it helps me if I know to expect, 50 people or 7,000.
Yeah.
Because that's the range.
Fair enough. That's pretty much any show these days. So moving on to the next batch of 3 hot sauces. There's 4 left in the lineup, but the next 3 Shy brought, and they are all heavy metal themed hot sauces from bands that maybe one day might play a Descendants of Crom if things go according to plan.
I would be very good with that. And if you like any of these 3 bands, you'd probably enjoy Descendants of Crom. So that's a good way to go. I've not had these either.
Yeah, these are all new to us.
We just pulled the plastic off of them, but we thought it'd be fun to put, say, a little goat whore in our mouth. Blood for the Master is this hot sauce, and this is by
Christ.
I love it. Big Daddy Devils Chevitz. I can't read it. It's a terrible font.
Let's go with Big Daddies.
It's Big Daddy's stuff.
Yeah, just go with Big Daddies. That's fine.
And that's the next 3. They all have Big Daddies. So.
Yeah, Big Daddy Devils is probably the full acronym, right. I would guess.
Cheers.
Cheers. Goat whore. It's good.
It's tasty.
It tastes more like an A1, like a steak sauce or something.
It does have, it has that A1 sauce flavor.
What is this? Blood for the Master?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
It's tasty. Now, is
that's
it hot?
That's one lucky master, I can tell you that.
Excuse me, I'm now, from the last one, I got a little drippage. I feel like I'm getting a little heat afterwards, but not much. It's not much.
It probably could have been earlier in the lineup.
I think it's still coming from here.
It's okay to take a break, scale it back a bit. Not a problem.
By the way, these little bits here were on the first mildest sauces just because I didn't want to get too full. I'm not cheating.
Oh yeah, no. These are some hefty chunks.
Yeah.
I'm just eating all of them because I'm a garbage disposal.
Yeah. Usually on these things, people are like, take a little bite and they put it down.
Sissies. You got to go all in.
Yeah. So
with bands not playing the festival, such as Goat Whore, who are not on this year's Descendants of Crom.
Sadly, they are not.
Another band that's not on this year's Descendants of Crom is your band.
Right.
And we kind of discussed why, because you played last year, right?
Well,
or did you not play? Did you only play the first year? Did you play at all?
We did
play last year.
We did play the second year, and we didn't play the first year because I didn't want it to be selfish or anything like that, but really, it was my first festival. I had a lot going on. I didn't want to have to perform that night and put that factor into it, but I really didn't want it to be about me the first year. Or any of the years. It's not about me. But the second year, it was my guys. They were like shy. They were there.
Come the fuck on.
They were the first. They were there for the first year, and they're like, and I couldn't say no to them on the second year, and I had so much fun. And
I think that you're allowed to like reap the benefits of what you build.
Well, that's all fine. And my favorite thing to do is perform. Like I will do it anytime, anywhere, any place. So I can handle it if I need to, but I really wanted it to be about other things. I wanted to be able to focus on everything. And it's the festival. Like I have to be available, especially that first year. I didn't have anyone there. And no, I would never even break that rule for my own band. No, we don't get to play this year.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
Yeah. Is somebody that has helped run a festival type thing and also played it. I understand that it's like, fuck, I would rather be doing one or the other. Doing both of these.
If you're on
sucks.
stage and somebody needs something somewhere, they have to wait till you get off a stage or figure it out and maybe screw something up along the way,
Yeah.
So it's
so hard it just in general as a performer, like even like shows that I'm setting up, even if it's not a festival, just like a 3-band bill, I get super stressed out.
Right. There's a lot going on and you're in charge of it. You have to, you're the one that has to make sure everything, everybody has change for things or just simple things that a lot of people don't know that's going on behind the scene. Someone, broke something, you have to replace somebody needs an amp or somebody needs this guitar, these things don't always happen, but when they do, you're the person that has to get it all together. And so,
yeah, I'm like, I'd say almost like even shows that I don't set up at this point now, a lot of the times if we're playing locally, if something goes wrong, somebody usually asks me for help anyways, which is fine. No beef with anybody out there. But a lot of the times, like I can't count how many times I've got roped into like running sound at shows or, watching somebody's merch booth and all that. It's all fine. Like glad to help. But it's almost like the thing that I probably like the most about playing shows out of town is that nobody asks me to do shit but play, which is tight. I mean,
sometimes I set us up for shows out of town. I'm actually the promoter for it.
You've done that,
but I understand what you're saying. When somebody else does it for you, you're like, I just get to show up and do my thing.
Yeah, even
it's
if
nice.
Even if we're just hopping on some show and it's like, okay, well we're playing first or whatever. It's like I don't give a shit. I can just sit around for an hour and a half before we play and actually like relax.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow.
I agree.
It like puts me in a totally different mindset.
Not everybody understands that. So like, not everybody in your band understands that.
Yeah.
So it is a different world for the people that are, moving all the parts, so to speak.
Different things work for different people.
I do have to mention that Cativo, I have 2 sound people for each stage. So there's a stage upstairs, a stage downstairs, and one band will play a couple minutes. The next band plays downstairs. So I have a sound engineer on each floor.
Yeah.
So they're helping with mics and getting lines and everything. And then I have a stage manager on each floor. Do you know Justin Gizzy? I'm sure you do. And then this year is Matt Shore.
Okay.
And in the past, I've used Justin Lober as a second person. These guys help me too. Like that's a big help. Every year I've had them help me. So I didn't mean to say I do everything on my own, but up into the day, I do have somebody at the door to help, like I'm not running around doing everything physically, but I do have those guys, and like having that part taken care of is a huge part of the stress. So
yeah, it helps just to have those extra hands day of for sure.
Right. And these are guys that know equipment, they know people, they know bands, they know how everything works, and they have a great deal of patience.
Hell yeah. Shout outs to them. Good people. Teamwork makes the dream work. Hot sauce. Let's move on. So this is a band I think I've heard of.
High on Fire?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah. They're
popular.
They would be awesome on Descendants of Crom too. That's why you have to keep growing things, right?
Exactly.
Goals.
Yeah.
So this is by Big Daddy's something.
And it's just High on Fire hot sauce. There's no cute
High
name or anything.
I don't see one, but I just inhaled some of it, and that was
I tried to take a whiff too.
Nothing. They didn't come. No, they didn't come with a cute little worship your devil, kill your mother name.
I guess they're not really that type of band, huh? Yeah, whatever. Let's do it. Chewing.
Mhm.
Again, this is also surprisingly mild.
Very tasty.
It's good. There's like so many fucking pepper flakes in that bottle. I was
Mhm.
definitely expecting something a little bit more.
Yeah. Milder pepper flakes,
Yeah.
I guess. Maybe the bands do that for a reason.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, not everybody wants the spiciest sauce, but like I feel like if you're very metal, your stuff should be very spicy.
that's the cliche, I suppose,
know.
right?
Yeah. Maybe it's hot to them.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not that high on fire. It's all a sham.
Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck? Somebody tweet them. We're gonna find out the fuck's going on. But yeah, that's a good sauce. I have no.
The flavor's delicious.
Mhm.
You could really pour this on stuff though. You could douse something with this and live with it though.
Yeah, I would make sure you weren't looking and then put it on a slice of pizza. For sure.
I would be so upset. No, I would still eat it.
One thing.
It's very comparable to the goat whore.
Yeah,
and flavor and everything.
Yeah, I mean they are both made by Big Daddy, so
And they both had that like
I'm seeing a
kind of
style.
A1
Yeah,
type of flavor.
not as much on the High on Fire
Right,
for
I
sure,
agree
but
that.
definitely the goat whore. These are both really good. I'm really excited to try the next one, which we'll get to, but real quick. Oh, crap. I had a question. I forgot it. Fuck it. Let's move on to
All
that.
right.
Maybe I'll remember it in the meantime.
We've got I Hate God, or it just says EHG, but we get it, right? Right? We all know.
Mhm.
My mom didn't until now, but you're welcome, Mom. I hate God. In the name of human suffering. Wait, hold on. Can I do this better?
Yeah.
In the name of human suffering.
Tight. Yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
okay. It was my first time. Sorry. Same thing. Big Daddy's. Let's see if it's any spicier than the other two.
Yeah. I'm very curious.
Whorehound gets to open for I Hate God in Youngstown on September 2nd. Any of you Youngstownians are close to that?
I saw that.
We're excited. And there's some other good bands on the bill. Two of my favorite Ohio bands are playing, Pillars and Inhaler, which is on my label, Black Seed Records. Inhaler is. So come out to that if you can. I'm just going to keep plugging away.
Yeah, do it. That's why you're here. Shout outs. You said it's Westside Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Shout outs to your boy, Nate. That dude is an angel.
Nate O is awesome. I'm just going to chew in your ear now because this is just taking too long. He was looking for a venue and he found a bowling alley, made that a venue. It is brilliantly awesome. He has activities going every day. Bands are his, first and foremost baby, but then there's the bowling alley. Really just generous guy.
Yeah. There's not many places I can play, or I could say that I've played in my lifetime where like the owner and the staff and everyone has been so fucking cool and just easy to work with in that place.
And they have a love for Genesee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You could fuck up some Jennies there, boy. Woo! I tell you what. And pizza.
Pizza, they've got pizza there too.
They got some Grey Walker hot sauce there now too. So
can I mention that I've not had the pizza there?
The pizza's great.
I'm gonna have to try that
next time you're there. Try it. And you know where else the pizza's fucking good?
God.
Cativo's
pizza. Okay,
most underrated pizza in Pittsburgh, in my opinion.
Good point for anybody who's not been to Cativo before that would be coming to this festival. They have good food, but their pizza is the best pizza. I'm gonna say in all of Lawrenceville, the area there.
Yeah,
which is like there's a lot of good food in Lawrenceville, so that's I say it's the best because I like the thick crust, the doughy crust. That's like my thing. And Frank, who makes most of them, he's the owner. He's Italian. Yeah, he has his own recipe. It's really good.
Easily the most underrated pizza in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
hands down.
Yes.
Hands fucking down. I did a poll about a year ago where I had everybody list me their like favorite pizza places and least favorite. And I made a chart. I had like hundreds of entries. I like entered all this stuff in, and I was just like taking votes and like, you know, which ones were the most liked and which ones were the most hated, which coincidentally are the same shops.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Fiore's, Vincent's, as much like people love those shops and people hate those shops.
Right.
But not one fucking person said anything about Cativo. And I'm like, it's the most underrated shop in the city because it's better than almost any other pizza I've had around here.
Right.
There's a lot of great pizza shops, don't get me wrong, but that Cativo can really hold its own.
Yeah, when it comes to just like the pizza.
Yeah,
that has all great qualities. Not like, so there's flatbread pizzas and there's, you know, whatever different things that are going on.
It's nothing
there's
fancy.
A lot of artisanal
it's just
stuff
a fucking
going on
slice
around
of
here.
pizza.
Yeah, it's so good.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, if you're going to Descendants of Crom, be sure to eat, you know, Descendants of Nom, if you will.
Oh,
right?
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it. So, wrapping up the lineup here and the conversation shortly enough, you know, because we got one more wing. We've talked about the festival. We've, you know, pretty much promoted everything we need to do here.
I should mention that we have our own beer this year.
Fuck. I knew this.
North Country Brewing. Yeah.
Words right out of my mouth.
They put something you could drink all day long. They call it a Doom style Helles Lager. So it's a German style beer. But it has the Descendants of Crom artwork on it, which is my artwork. So that excites me greatly. And they call it Doom or Death. So
nice.
Doom or Death.
Hell yeah. And that'll be available on draft at the festival, or cans, or what are they doing?
So it'll be available in cans and draft throughout the city at different locations, mainly places I frequent, which would be metal bars or places that have metal, you know, bands playing. But it will be at the festival, definitely in can style. I forget if they've bought draft too, but it'll be there. And both will exist. We're going to have it at Ruggers. The Smiling Moose is carrying it. Howlers for the pre-fest.
Are they... when is the beer releasing before the festival comes out?
Just shortly before. We're going to have, I think it's September. Oh, I'm stuck. 11th or 14th. It's like that Saturday around there. We're doing at the Smiling Moose. We're going to have a kind of like
a little
spinning some Descendants of Crom type of music and then having the beer there. We were going to do it at Ruggers at a previous date, but the beer got pushed back. So we're going to try to still work that out with them. To have a similar night there, just to like, you know, get people excited about it, give out swag.
It's a great way to promote the festival too. I mean, there's metal people that hang out at those places.
I just said get out swag. I'm not giving out swag. Is there even swag left? Do they still make that, or is it just all medical grade stuff now?
Oh. I'm sure somebody makes it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's somebody's smoking seeds somewhere.
Uh-huh.
All right, last one.
So
you know this one's hot.
I'm assuming it is because it's a Carolina Reaper sauce.
Yeah.
You want to tell the people what this is?
Arthur Wayne hot sauce, a Carolina Reaper Haba dime sauce. That's how it's written. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And again, we see the you know, pornography on there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, I have not had this. We opened it today, and we'll see how it goes. I just swallowed way too big a piece of seitan.
You okay?
I'm fine. That was just a lot. Okay, that's fine.
It's spicier than we've had, I think.
Yeah.
I think this is the spiciest one. It's growing a little now.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I think it's I'm fine.
I know you just swallowed that big chunk.
No, I'm fine. I have a little booger.
Yeah, get that.
Wipe that away real quick. And yeah, I think it's very obvious that you have been diving into your sauces. Both of us are pretty chill. There's been some pretty hot stuff over here. I have a sauce over on the table that I'm convinced is hotter than any of these ones that we've had.
Should we do it?
You want to do it?
Let's do it.
Okay. So I'm going to go get the sauce. I'm going to grab a couple wings. And while I'm doing that, just to kill some time, if anybody's curious, why don't you tell people where they can find your band?
My band.
Or your band's
Bands.
musical endeavors.
We'll just go with the one everybody should know is Whorehound. I'm a member of a band called Whorehound. We're from Pittsburgh. Doom style, post-doom, sludgy, heavy, thick. You can find us on Facebook. You can find our Bandcamp. It's pro-sludge.com. I thought you were giving me two pieces. I was like, check us out. We rock. We rock.
Confirmed. They are a good band. They are a good live band.
Thank you. Thank you for saying so.
Oh.
Are you going to do the honors here?
Yeah. What I'll do is...
I want this to be fair.
Okay. I gave you the intentionally smaller piece because I know you got a lot to...
But now you're pouring way more.
Listen, I feel like we should...
He's not messing around.
We should try to fuck ourselves up just a little bit for the sake of anybody that's still watching this 51 minutes into the conversation, right?
Ooh.
All right. If you want to be on some real shit, do this sauce side down on the tongue. Chew away.
What are we eating?
Oh, sorry. This is Allegheny City Farms. Shout outs to Tom Latta. The Harvest Edition Pittsburgh style, which is still to this date my favorite hot sauce.
Okay.
And I think it's the hottest all natural hot sauce I've ever had in my life.
All right. I'm intimidated, and he just like there's a good amount on there.
Yeah, do it up.
It's definitely hot.
Yeah.
But it's still delicious.
It is really good.
Can I check that out?
Oh, absolutely.
My cheeks are starting to sweat, just ever so slightly, and I feel like it's growing.
Oh, it's hot.
Yeah, it's delicious.
So, yeah,
my ears are burning.
Yeah, this was the sauce that So when we were talking about making the hot sauce for Grey Walker, Evan was like, "Yeah, I went to high school with a dude, makes hot sauce. He's going to bring some stuff over. He's interested in doing a hot sauce for us." I'm like, whatever. I was like, what can you feel it? I'm feeling it. Yeah. I was like, what? I was like, whatever. This was the first sauce I had that this dude made. I was like, yeah, he can make a hot sauce for us easily.
Nice. I want him. Can I get our Whorehound on that?
Yeah. Hit him up. Tom Latta. It's not a hard dude to get a hold of. But yeah. That's it.
All right.
So one last time, Descendants of Crom. Shout out all the promo stuff. Let people know where they can, where people should go to get tickets right now and all that stuff.
The easiest place is descendantsofcrom.com. Go to the tickets link. It's there. And if you're not sure of the schedule or whatever, on the venue page, you can see the schedule so you know which bands you want to get. Again, I recommend the whole weekend. We have single day passes, multiple day passes, 3-day passes, brown paper tickets. Go to Facebook. You know, you guys know how to finagle the internet at this point. We really want to see you there.
Yes, I will do my best to be there. The only thing that's going to stop me from being there is if I am somehow booked on a show out of town. But
just don't do that. Just don't do that.
I shouldn't be. That's the weekend before we leave for Disney World. So I don't think I'm going anywhere. I'll probably be here chilling.
All right.
Getting ready for the mouse.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
You should get ready for some heavy underground. It's like Disneyland for for the Doomsters and the Thrashers and the psych rockers. It's their Disneyland.
Hell yeah. That's the best way to wrap this conversation up. And that's all, folks. Thanks so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed the conversation. One more time. Shy Kennedy, Descendants of Crom. Go to the show. I'll be back again in in a couple days. Another conversation, talking to somebody else, eating a lot less food. You know the drill. My name is Sykes. Start the Beat 2019. Whoop! Woo! Thanks for listening.
I'm waiting to blow my nose.
That's the remix. That's the spicy remix. And we are done.